I joined the army in 1997. I always wanted to be a soldier. I always wanted to join the British Army, and I joined when I was 19. When you join the army, you take on the values of the army, and they're instilled in you quite quickly. The army becomes your whole life, and everything outside of it is irrelevant. I saw the British Army as, on the whole, a force for good. I pretty much saw that what you were going to carry out would be honourable. When I was 19, I probably saw war as, you know, one set of soldiers fighting against another set of soldiers. The reality of it is that there is always a civilian population involved, and that the enemy isn't always wearing uniform.
Royal Courts of Justice, London. Date 3rd July 2008. Before the Honourable Mr Justice Eadie. Claimant, Ministry of Defence. Defendant, Benjamin Simon Clare. The Ministry of Defence has brought a claim against Mr Ben Griffen, a former soldier, based on allegations that he has breached a confidentiality agreement, and also, irrespective of contract, that he is in more limited respects in breach of an equitable duty of confidence. Since his discharge in 2005, he has made a number of unauthorised public disclosures and statements touching to a greater or lesser extent upon matters which he experienced through his service with the Army. Griffen has made it clear in his evidence that he has acted throughout for reasons of conscience. He has no wish to harm the interests of this country. It appears that Mr Griffen does not fully trust the systems in place. He suspects that the MOD would take an unduly narrow view as to the scope of his permitted disclosures, and that even if he were permitted to raise matters with the appropriate investigative authorities, e.g. the RMP, they too would not exert themselves in investigating or exposing wrongdoing. In my judgment, the defendant must comply with his contractual obligation in the event that he wishes to make further disclosures.
I would say that the right to freedom of speech, the right to free association, without those, you're not a human. You're just some sort of worker ant, just obeying orders.